Are you actually videoing you or me?
I'm videoing you.
All right,
Intro video, husband.
Intro. So anyways, we are staying at a park that has no sewer dumps, so we are doing the fun time.
This is our first time with the, is it gray or blue?
Blue Boy.
The Blue Boy, but it's gray, I think, right?
Nope, this is blue.
Oh.
So we went ahead and we ordered a Barker Blue Boy, and we're gonna go ahead and pull it out of the box and see if we can figure out how to use it without taking a brown shower. Hopefully no brown showers.
Yeah.
But Candace isn't going to stand anywhere close to it, so it'll be me that gets victimized if that's what happens.
Yep.
I think we'll be okay, but we'll see. I got this particular one because it's a 42 gallon, so it holds a lot of waste, and it's got front wheels. The ones that don't have front wheels, obviously you have to pick up and carry, and 40 gallons of water is a lot of weight, so I'd rather not do that. This also can hook to your trailer hitch. We're probably not going to do that today because we're only like 100 yards from the dump station, and we could use some exercise because we've been sitting all day. So we're going to pull it out, we're going to hook up the sewer, we're going to see if we can get our black tank dumped, and then we'll flush it out after that with the gray tank, and then we'll use some fresh water to clean it completely out. So let's see what we can do.
Unboxing.
So this is how it came from Amazon, already pre-opened.
Oh, nice, you got this on Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh.
Took 3 days to get it from Amazon.
The handle.
The handle. Apparently there's some assembly required. So we have owner's instructions. Apparently we got to put this thing together. So we're going to pause and put it together. All right, change of plans. Candace says we need to actually do a quick video of how to put it together. So we'll do that. First thing first, read the directions. Apparently that's a good thing. Where's the handle go? Right there.
The handle?
Now how are you going to time lapse
handle on.
Then we got to put the caps on.
Pretty self-explanatory, right?
Yep. Push that down. Cap goes on. The other cap goes over here. It also has a spot for it.
No, is that another cap?
Yeah.
That thing is huge.
It is. It's going to go in the back of the truck. One of the reasons why we put this off is because we don't want to carry it around.
But when you want to go to campgrounds that don't have full hookup, or when you're boondocking, this thing comes in handy.
This thing does not want to go on easily. Need to get a screwdriver. All right, get a screwdriver. Part of the reason why this doesn't want to go on is because the post is a little bit big, but it's also cold out, so the rubber doesn't want to stretch. We got snow this morning.
Yeah.
I feel like a complete failure here.
Is that helping?
Not really. I'm about to say F it and leave it off. But we'll see.
I know one thing, it's chilly out here.
It's a little bit chilly. This is the rinser. If you want to use it as a rinser. Most dump stations don't have threaded ends, so I don't know how pertinent this is. Got an extra gasket. Probably works for this. Probably should read the directions to see what this little thing's for. Maybe this is to tell you if it's full. Directions.
Yes, use the directions, honey.
Yep. That's what you're supposed to use to figure out if it's full.
Directions, use them, people. Then you won't have any headaches. Huh, Jeff?
I think I can figure out if it's full without the directions. Without the bobber. We'll set that aside. I don't think we're going to use it. So, that goes like that. That's where the seal goes. Seal goes like that. And then, get rid of this lid. And Put this bobber on there. So it tells us when it's full. It doesn't want to cooperate very much. What the?
Troubles.
Troubles. Exactly.
It never always works, does it?
No, nothing ever just works. There's always something.
Oh. It's threaded. Is that the right thing?
It is, but it's not taking. I wonder if I need to take the seal out. I kind of feel like you should have the seal in there on something that's going to spray poop on you. We'll see.
Yeah, if it was already on there, would it say take it off?
No, it wasn't on there. I added it.
Oh. That was it.
Yep. Take the seal off. Put the seal in there. This is for transport, but I don't know that we'll take it off for transport. All right. Hose for the dump station. Kind of a short hose, but we'll see. Hopefully we can get close enough. I think we can. So let's go see what we end up with over here, Candace.
All right.
Now, I'm going to back it in to make it easy to pull out.
I think it's really advantageous to have that front wheel, right? Because some of them don't come that way.
Yeah. Some of them don't come with the front wheel, and then you end up carrying it.
Oh, hell no.
That's heavy. It still has the back wheels, but you got to lift the front up. So we'll see
This
here.
is not the glamorous life.
This is the best part of camping right here and living in an RV. Is when you don't have sewage hookups, and you got to do this. In full transparency, I have done this once before, somewhere else on a borrowed one.
Kill me now.
We'll see.
So tell them about that thing that is in. What is that pipe thing we got over there called?
This pipe thing is called a pivot ease sewer drain. In a fantasy world that all your hookups are only like 10 feet away from your RV, you don't have to carry all these RV connections. Mm-hmm. But that fantasy world rarely exists. I think I'm just going to hook directly up to it. That fantasy world rarely exists, so you still have to carry this stuff. So now we got the stupid pivot ease, and we've got this other stuff. So, yeah, it doesn't just connect to it directly.
You need extra hose?
Well, let's look at this hose. This hose is the adapter hose too.
Okay.
I think. Yep. This hose has the right fittings on both sides of it.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
Make sure you get it on
that.
there good, right?
Yep.
Don't rush this process. I can tell you that. And I ain't never done it, but I know I would be so cautious.
All right. So let's go like this.
You might want to pull it back to you a little more.
Yeah. I don't like this at all.
You want this bucket right here
What's that?
to prop it up on? 'Cause I think once it get the going, it might slide off.
It might.
So come grab this bucket right here.
Yep. Good plan, Candace.
I know. I'm genius like that.
And in case of emergency, we can flip it over and use it to catch stuff.
Oh, God. Don't say that. Okay.
All right.
Here we go, y'all.
Let's see.
And so now what do you do?
Now, You test it first with not black water.
With gray water.
A little gray water run through there first. I will say, I'm going to allow some water in here.
Water, you mean air?
I mean air. Yep. That's one of the reasons why that's not sealed now that I think about it. And then...
Yeah, why you being hard-headed? See, follow the directions. Ooh. Whoa! Whoa! Pause!
That's why I think this thing's a little bit more trouble than it's worth. Because I can see when it's full, personally.
Well, you still need something in there, right? Because it's a hole right there, right?
Yeah, you just put the lid on it when you're done.
Y'all see me backing up?
So let's try this again.
The force, the whoosh.
Let's try this again.
The not so glamorous side of RVing. Did you put the whole thing back in?
Yeah.
Any juices coming out? Any leakage?
No,
That's
we're doing
good.
okay right now. Although this pivoties wants to let it go.
Like slide out?
Yeah.
So
I'm
that's
not impressed with this situation.
yeah, it's a pain.
I don't like it at all.
Which part?
Any of it.
Any of it?
I got maybe a better plan here.
What's the first time? It's gonna take a
Yeah.
minute to figure out.
So there's that. The hose is nice and full. And it keeps on creeping out.
So even though you turn it off, it's still flowing?
A little bit, because there's some in the pipes.
Oh, good idea.
I'm not getting that warm and fuzzy about the way this situation is.
Is that done?
No. We need to up this.
It's leaking.
Yep. Apparently we got some work to do.
I saw it leaking at the.
This is why you wear gloves for this kind of crap.
It's leaking.
I see that, Candace.
Oh.
Would you like to come over here and point out a little bit closer that it's leaking? One of the connections must be loose.
No, ma'am.
This fucking thing,
No, sir.
excuse my language, but this fucking pivoties is not helping at all. I don't like it.
I don't think we'll keep it very much longer.
No, it's about it's a $300 mistake. But you see how this thing's crawling out of the hose? Because,
Does it do that when you have normal sewer?
well, it's supposed to be connected to your dump. But when you don't have a dump, you got all this stuff. And it just doesn't want to work. So the plan was to do this right here. But I don't know if that's going to help at all either. I don't know if that's going to help much, but let's see.
I'm scared that thing pop up, shoot up. That thing pop up, shoot out, the black water gonna come out.
Well, if you let it fill up too full. This is disgusting.
Can you smell it?
Oh yeah, I can smell it. We got a leak over there, dripping.
All right, y'all. Hey, welcome to another episode of Dumping with the Smiths.
So we are in a campground that has no sewer hookup, so we had to finally break down and buy that blue boy that's in the back there. We chose that particular one because it has the front wheel on it, so if you don't want to lug 200 pounds of sewage around, you can just roll it around.
Yep.
I think it's easier, but that's personal preference, whatever
Yep.
you want. We also got the big one so we can dump almost the entire contents of our black tank into it without having to deal with multiple trips. So we are going to walk you through the whole process of dumping into a blue boy. We did, if you can notice back there,
don't know if you can see it. Let me step back.
You might be able to see it. We got rid of the now I'm drawing a blank on it.
The hose,
The Pivoties hose holder that we had that was a piece of crap. It ends up being a solution looking for a problem. I haven't really talked about it, but it's supposed to store your sewer hose, and yeah, it stores 20 feet of sewer hose, but that's never enough, so you have to still carry sewer hose. Plus, in our last dump episode, we ran into all kinds of problems. It just made it harder than it needed to be.
Which y'all haven't seen, which we tried to film, which...
We're going to put it on the front of this at some point.
Well, you'll get to see,
you get to see our first episode
experience with it. Our mics didn't record the audio, so it'll just be some clips of us going through the process of it. He didn't mention that. Scoot up some in the light. Yeah, so that's why we said another episode, but you actually haven't seen an episode. Go ahead.
So anyways, we got rid of the Pivoties because it frustrated me on the last dump, and it's not really been a great benefit while we've been doing our thing. So we went back to our original setup that worked really well for us for 2 years, which is an external wastegate to make sure you don't get any splash when you pull the cap off, and then the regular wastegates and the regular hose and all that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and dump our black tank into the Blue Boy, drag that sucker over to the dump station, dump it, flush it out, and show you how the not glamorous side of RVing goes.
Yeah, this thing hashtag all the time, rainbows and unicorns.
This is hashtag, this is a necessary evil that everybody has to do, especially when they go to places that don't have sewer hookups. And there's a lot of places that are state parks and national parks that don't have sewer hookups.
Yep.
And we prefer these type of places over RV parks because RV parks are generally just big parking lots.
Yes.
So anyways, here we go.
All right.
All right, so if you watched our videos, you may have seen Candace do one dump. And that's the only time she's dumped in 3 freaking years.
We're not at our 3-year mark. We're getting there. Not there yet.
We're almost at 3 years. That's the only time she's dumped this entire adventure. So she's kind of spoiled. And I don't think she'll ever do this part of it unless I fall down.
I'm going to just tell you straight up front, hell to the no.
Unless I get hurt or injured or something. Well, we're already at a site that requires it. So, number one thing, husbands, get used to doing this because your wives probably not going to do it. Unless, you know, they're more adventurous than Candace is.
Yeah.
First thing first.
No shame.
Blue gloves are a good thing to have. Now, I couple blue gloves with washing my hands frequently, but blue gloves are a great thing. We buy these at Harbor Freight in a box of, I think, 500. They work great. Get the thicker ones so they don't tear. If you go cheap and get like the 3 mil ones, they're always tearing. I think these are 5 or 7 mil, and they work great. So we use blue gloves a lot. And if we look at the Blue Boy here, we've got standard run-of-the-mill Blue Boy. It's got a double-ended female hose right here, and that hooks up here. The drain vent is over here, which we'll use when we get to the dump station. And this vent is for allowing air in when you're dumping. It actually comes with a gauge that we threw away because if you put the gauge on there, air doesn't flow. If the air doesn't flow, the sewage doesn't flow because the air has to be able to escape the tank. So we leave the cap off there, and then you just got to kind of observe to make sure you don't get a little brown fountain coming out of it. We already did this once or twice, so we know that pretty much our full black tank will fit in here. We don't really have to worry too much about it. So once you're hooked up, we like this external wastegate because on occasion when you're traveling, you'll get a little bit of fluid in the pipe, and it allows you to be able to shut it off right at the pipe so there's nothing sitting there in the pipe going down the drain after you disconnect the hose, because there's always some residual left there. So we like that external wastegate. It's just an added thing that we like, makes our life better. We don't get splashed with sewer. So we're gonna go ahead and open up, and black tank. Now, it's a stinky evolution, so...
Yeah, I'm backing up.
Candace is gonna probably back up. It's been raining here, so it's all wet and nasty, but we leave, like I said, it's stinky. If you stick your head right over that vent...
No, ma'am.
That vent right there...
Y'all see I'm back here now.
It's kind of horrid smelling. But you got to keep an eye on that vent so that you don't have anything come running out. We should be pretty good, but there is some residue from the last time we ran our gray tank.
You need a mask when you're doing this.
In the Blue Boy. So you stand back and you let it go do its thing. All right, so we've got the black tank emptied for the most part. It started splattering out of the vent, so we went ahead and closed the vent, sprayed it off with some Clorox bleach solution just because abundance of precaution. And I closed this so that we don't have anything else draining out. Now, this is where you start to see where if we remove this hose, you will see that there's not a whole lot of residue. However, the hose is still full. If we were to open that, even with the black vent, with the black tank closed right there, that would drain out everything that was in the pipe, which is not a pleasant deal. So we're gonna go ahead and try to drain this into the tank. Patience is a key here. When it sounds like it stops draining, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect this. I hope we don't get anything on us. It's full. Disconnect this. And we are very full. And we're gonna grab this lid here.